Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The cutting room floor. Hey, 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 you ready for more? Get ready, everybody. Here is some more of Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.
Here's something that we didn't touch on today.
Let me ask you this, Brendan. When you go travelling, are you a person who makes the most of wherever you are? You eat and drink the street food. You sit in restaurants and try the local delicacies. What kind of traveller are you when it comes to food?
I like to experience the local flavours. I must say, if I'm walking along the streets of Bali, I don't go and eat that rank chicken off the side of the road that they're cooking.
No, you wait till it's dead.
You know, when they're cooking the chicken on the sticks, I'm not going to do that. But I certainly wouldn't bring food with me.
No, and isn't that interesting? This man, and he and his partner boast about how they do this. He's a UK resident. He spends about $400 to take a suitcase full of food on his holiday. So this is what he took when they went to Egypt. They even took a George Foreman grill.
What?
Yep. So he says, I like my home comforts when I go abroad. Instead of searching for decent food, I'll take my own. So this is what they took with them. And this is people, they're not old coots. Well, he's 40. His wife is 29. You do the maths.
Wow.
Here's what they took. 21 cups of instant noodles, 86 bags of chips, 2 packets of bacon. How's that not going to spoil in a suitcase?
Wow.
A pack of 30 sausages.
Yep.
Cans of tuna, a block of cheese, brown sauce. You know, if you ask an English person what's in brown sauce, they'll say it's brown. You go, what's in it? I don't know. It's just brown. No one knows what's in it. It is just brown.
I thought it was Worcester sauce.
There's instead of saying Worcester. Worcestershire.
What do you say? Worcestershire?
It's Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire, sure.
Apparently that's got anchovies in it. Fun fact.
Well, also, he's crammed 30 McVitie's Club biscuit bars, 16 bags of sweets. I hate these people already. And lots of breakfast bars. So on her TikTok channel, she shows the entire pantry that she takes with them for their trip. So their trip is nearly $2,000 for an all-inclusive vacation package, and they take all their own food.
Well, you know.
Why go to Egypt if you're not going to enjoy life?
Yeah. And
why don't you just stay home and look at slides?
Exactly. You know, you go to Egypt and the food, I've never been to Egypt, but there'd be a lot of, rice and camel and stuff like that.
Well, that's part of travelling. My grandfather had a phrase book, one of which was the expression, is Egyptian phrase book, and it was, my stomach is in disarray. It told you how to say that phrase in Egyptian. I guess that's common. You need to know it.
Because that could well be India, really.
Well, I am known for my iron guts.
Yep.
I travelled through India. I travelled a whole lot of places with Beyond 2000, and I never, touch wood, got the runny stomach.
Because from what I've heard about India, you're going to just whoop your dacks when you go to India.
Well, I never whooped my dacks. There were probably some times I can't actually remember. But in places like China too, I remember being in the hotel thinking, please God, if I've got to go to the toilet, let it be now, because I know what toilets I'm going to see throughout the day in rural China 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I wish I'd taken my McVitie biscuits and a couple of sausages. Because I think I've told you this. This was, as I said, rural China over 30 years ago. But we were taken around so they could show off their agriculture, and they were growing some of it in human waste.
Of course.
So when I smelt the food cooking, I couldn't distinguish what I was smelling. It all smelt. It's like after a while when you smell Glen 20, you think you're smelling poo.
Yeah.
After a while, the toilet smelled like the food smelled like the toilet.
Didn't you encounter the worst toilet in China?
And it's not a tourist destination, the worst toilet in China. Well, we were trying to do a story on the space program that was launching an OSAT satellite. Remember OSAT?
Yeah.
And so the Australian government had arranged this story so we could view the facility where the satellite would take off from. And I think now looking back, it was all bull. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
Because when we got there, we were just shown people cleaning machinery. And we said, well, they didn't want us to see anything.
Right.
So finally, we went to some facility where it was supposed to be, this is where it will take off.
So what did they say? Take the round eyes to somewhere they're going to go and have a look at.
I think that was probably it.
Satisfy them.
And Caspar Weinberger was the American, I think it was their version of head of foreign affairs, Secretary of State, maybe that's his role. And so we went to, and there were photos of them on the wall. They had also done a tour of this facility. So I just thought, I'll just go to the bathroom. And there's a picture on the front, you know those ones, it's a lady's profile with the finger touching her nose.
Yeah.
She's been holding her nose. I went in there. It will always, for me, be known as the Mrs. Weinberger because it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Go on.
It was a toilet in the floor, and that's fair enough because that's what Chinese were
A
using.
squat?
A squat toilet. Or just, a squat, like a, porcelain in the floor.
Yeah, but there's no
But what I saw
boulders
there resembled Marge Simpson's hair. Layer upon layer upon layer. And halfway up
Yeah.
was a slipper wedged in. Like a jaunty Marie Antoinette kind of wig. Thank you for making me retell that story. So that toilet became known as the Mrs. Weinberger because presumably they were showing off that they'd been to that facility.
Yeah.
I don't think she would have appreciated it.
You'd think China, with everything that it would have good toilets.
Well, they probably do. I'm sure they do now. This was a long time ago.
Because you go to the Middle East, not that I've been to the Middle East, well, I've been to Dubai, but they've still got the squat toilets over in Dubai.
Well, usually what happens now in a lot of places in China too, even then, there were the Western toilets and then there was the local toilets.
Yep.
So on our day off, our driver said, I'll take you to the Great Wall of China, but he took us to the area where the locals were. Mm-hmm. And so the toilets, now I'm on a roll.
Yeah.
The toilets, it was a big open slab with slits in it, and you squatted and looked at other people.
Oh.
There were no doors between them. I've never quite recovered. It's amazing I haven't been constipated ever since.
So you went in there with your form guide.
Excuse I?
I'll be. This is why I whoop my dacks in the airport lounge.
You're only flying to Melbourne. I'm sorry if this has been rank. You made me tell that story.
It's just entertainment.
Okay, kids, that's it for today. Come back tomorrow for more of Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.